Hello, my name is Frankie, owner of Bosque Mobile Bicycle Repair, located in Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA. I am going to teach you how to identify the size of a bicycle tire. This will allow you to choose the correct replacement tire. It will also help you choose the correct tire liner, inner tube, and bicycle rim that will be compatible with your tire. The size of your tire is located on the sidewall. Some tires will display the tire size measurement clearly in a colored print on the side wall. Most tires will have the size molded onto the tire side wall during the manufacturing process. The molded numbers will be bulging or extended. This can be difficult to read because it is the same color as the tire. Some tire sizes will not be bulging enough to be clear. If your tire is old and worn, that can add to the difficulty of reading the size. When it is difficult to see the tire size, I like to use a China marker, also known as a grease pencil. It is made out of wax and used for glass, metal, china, plastic, and tile. You can buy it at a hardware store. Rub it lightly on the tire in a side-to-side motion. It will make the numbers more visible. You can use a crayon if you do not have a China marker. Another method requires a piece of paper and a pencil. Colored pencils are better. I like to use a colored carpenter's pencil. Place the paper against the tire and rub the pencil in a side-to-side motion against the tire side wall. It is easier and you will get a better result if you take off the tire from the rim. Wrap and form the paper onto the tire by rubbing the paper. Use your fingers to apply pressure from inside the tire against the colored pencil while you are rubbing it. Rub the pencil on its side in a side-to-side motion. You will have to practice multiple times to get a good result. Different types of paper will give you different results. This method is similar to leaf rubbings. This method is good if you cannot see well. A carpenter's pencil works good. If you use a carpenter's pencil, make sure it is not freshly cut. Write on some wood to smooth it out before you use it on a piece of paper. Because if the pencil is freshly cut, it will rip the paper. If your tire is old, cracked, and deteriorating, making it difficult to see the size, you can look at the rim and rim strip for tire size measurements. There are two different measurements to indicate the size of your tire. One is called the common name. The second is called ETRTO. The ETRTO size is also referred to as ISO. Most tires and rims will label the measurement as ETRTO. Most tires will have both size measurements, the common name and ETRTO. Some will have only one. Good tires will have both size measurements. Sometimes on really cheap tires, there will only be the common name size. Common name size is not an exact measurement of the tire. Most sizes are in inches, Some are in millimeters. The measurement uses two numbers separated by the letter X. X is referred to as by. Most of the time, the common name will be the only size that uses the letter X. The first number is the outside diameter of the tire. The second number is the outside width of the tire when it is inflated. A few common name sizes in millimeters will use a letter to indicate width. For example, 700C. In the past, they used a letter system to indicate width. The common name size is easily recognizable because it is a two-number measurement separated by the letter X. Most of the time, it is the only measurement on a tire that is separated by the letter X. I have never seen a common name size that was not separated by the letter X. Be careful, a few manufacturers will not comply with standardization rules. Some ETRTO number sizes can be separated by the letter X, but it is very rare. Buy from reputable brands that follow standardization rules. Buy from well-known brands in the cycling industry. There is an international standard numbering system for bicycle tires. It is referred to as ETRTO or ISO. I have only seen it labeled on bicycle tires and rims as ETRTO. The only people I know who call the measurement ISO are bicycle mechanics. The measurement is in millimeters. The first number is the width of the tire when it is inflated. The second number is the bead seat diameter. The width and the bead seat diameter are separated by a dash. But there are manufacturers who will write the ETRTO size incorrectly and not comply with standardization. They will separate the width and bead seat diameter with the letter X, which may confuse the ETRTO size with the common name size. The ETRTO size is more reliable than the common name size. The bead seat diameter is the most important measurement. When you replace a tire, make sure it has the same bead seat diameter and common name size. If the replacement tire has a similar common name but has a different bead seat diameter, then the tire will not fit on your rim. Watch out again for manufacturers that do not comply with standardization rules. Some will put the bead seat diameter first and the rim width second. You can tell the difference between the bead seat diameter and width because the bead seat diameter will always be the larger number. The rim, for example, has an ETRTO size that is separated by the letter X. The bead seat diameter is the first number and the width is the second number. That is the wrong order, and the two numbers are supposed to be separated by a dash. I have never seen an ETRTO size written with the letter X on a tire. But you never know, there could be rare tires that are written incorrectly. There is a lot of different tire sizes. Some tire sizes look similar, but are not. For example, two tires have a common name measured in inches. Both tires have the same diameter size. One tire has the width size in a fraction format. The second tire has the width size in a decimal format. The two tires are not the same size. The two tires have a different bead seat diameter. The bead seat diameter is the most reliable size. There will be more examples later on in the video. This is a chart of the most frequently used common name bicycle tire sizes with their matching bead seat diameters. I have seen ETRTO sizes written correctly, but they were not labeled with letters to indicate that the size was ETRTO. I have seen ETRTO sizes that were not written correctly. I created a chart that you can use to determine if the measurement is ETRTO. With the chart, you can confirm if it is an ETRTO size. If you see two numbers that are not labeled ETRTO, then look up the common name size and its matching bead seat diameter. If one of the numbers is the same as the bead seat diameter, then the two numbers are an ETRTO measurement. Another example of when you may need the chart. A tire has only the common name size and no ETRTO size labeled. You can use the chart to find the matching bead seat diameter. I will leave links in the description below to charts that are similar, more detailed, and that have more bicycle tire sizes. I will leave a link in the description below to where you can download my chart. Here is some background information about ETRTO and ISO measurements. ETRTO and ISO are two different organizations that work together. ETRTO stands for European Tire and Rim Technical Organization. It specializes in the standardization of different types of tires in some European countries. ISO stands for International Organization for Standardization. It standardizes technology and manufacturing internationally for all countries. See the links in the description below for more information about these two organizations. Both organizations worked together to approve the reliable, standardized two-number system that you see on tires and rims. The measurement is referred to as either ETRTO or ISO. Great things happen when the world agrees. Tires are made with a steel wire or fabric cord called the bead. The tire bead sits on the rim hook. The tire bead and rim hook together when the tire is inflated. The diameter of the tire bead is the bead seat diameter. The bead seat diameter is the tire's internal diameter and the rim's hook diameter, or the area on the rim where the tire bead sits. The bead seat diameter is measured in millimeters. A tire and rim must have the same bead seat diameter in order to fit together. It is the most important measurement. A replacement tire must have the same bead seat diameter in order to fit. Tires with a wire bead will maintain a stiff, round shape when taken off a rim. Tires with a fabric bead will not maintain a round shape and feel limp when taken off a rim. Tires with a fabric bead are called folding tires and are used when traveling. The fabric bead is made out of Kevlar. This is a picture of a tire I cut in half. On both sides of the tire there is a wire bead. A tire has two beads. This is a side view of a tire and its wire bead. As you can see, I scraped away some of the rubber to expose the strands of wire that make up the bead. This is a picture of a rim I cut in half. You can see the rim hooks. That is where the tire bead joins the rim when inflated. The tire bead will sit on the rim hook. The video shows the tire and rim I cut in half. The tire is seated on the rim. The yellow material takes the place of the air-filled inner tube. It is expanding the tire sidewall against the rim, making a locking joint. I am going to show you some examples on how to identify tire sizes using the tire. The following sizes are the most frequently bought and used tire sizes. This tire has a common size of 26 by 1.9. The ETRTO measurement of this tire is 48 by 559 millimeters. 26-inch tires are the most frequently used size that I see. They are extremely popular on mountain bikes and cruisers, but I have seen them in fat bike tire sizes and very skinny sizes for road bikes. 26-inch is the outside diameter of the tire, and 1.9 is the width of the tire when it is inflated. X is referred to as by, so it is 26 by 1.9. The ETRTO measurement or size for this tire is in millimeters. 48 is the width of the tire when it is inflated. 559 is the bead seat diameter of the tire. This tire had the ETRTO size written correctly. The width was first and the bead seat diameter was second. It was also separated with a dash and not an X. 559 is the bead seat diameter, which is the tire's internal diameter. And 48 millimeters is the width of the tire when it is inflated. This is not a picture of the actual 26-inch tire. We are just using it for demonstration purposes. This tire has the common name 24-inch by 1.95. The ETRTO size is 50 by 507 millimeters. 24-inch is the diameter of the tire, and 1.95 is the width of the tire when it is inflated in inches. 50 is the width of the tire when it is inflated in millimeters. 507 millimeters is the bead seat diameter. The ETRTO size is written correctly with the width first and the bead seat diameter second. It is separated by a dash. 24-inch tires are very common with teenagers, some kids, and even some adults that are short like to ride 24-inch size tires. The tire has the common name size 27.5 by 2.3 inches. The ETRTO size is 58 by 584 millimeters. The ETRTO size is written correctly. For the common name size, the diameter of the tire is 27.5 inches. The width of the tire is 2.3 inches when inflated. According to the ETRTO measurement, the width of the tire when it is inflated is 58 millimeters. The bead seat diameter is 584 millimeters. The ETRTO size again is written correctly. 27.5 inch tires are a little confusing. They also go by the name 650B. In the past, they used to be called 650B. If you see a tire labeled 650B and not 27.5 inches, check the bead seat diameter. The tire will still have a bead seat diameter of 584 millimeters. A tire can just have two sizes, labeled 650B and the ETRTO, or it can have the common name size 27.5 inch and the ETRTO. Some tires will have all three sizes, labeled 650B, 27.5 inch, and the ETRTO. When in doubt, check the bead seat diameter. This tire has the common name size 29 by 2.0 inch. It is a 29-inch tire. The ETRTO size is 52 by 622 millimeters. The ETRTO size is written correctly. The common name size tells us that the diameter of the tire is 29 inches. The width of the inflated tire is 2 inches. According to the ETRTO size, the width of the tire is 52 millimeters. The bead seat diameter is 622 millimeters. This is a 29-inch tire, and it is very common on mountain bikes. This tire has the common name 26-inch by 1.95. Then there are two numbers separated by a dash followed by the letters PSI. The common name shows that the outside diameter of the tire is 26 inches. The width of the tire when it is inflated is 1.95 inches. The two numbers are not an ETRTO measurement. Both numbers are too small to be a bead seat diameter. The letters PSI stand for pounds per square inch. It is a unit of pressure. The numbers are the pressure range at which you are supposed to pump up your tires. The dash is referred to as 2. It is read as 40 to 65 psi. I can see how someone can confuse the two numbers with an ETRTO measurement, but the letters will help you indicate that it is a unit of pressure and not the ETRTO size. In this case, if you need to know the bead seat diameter, use the chart that I provided to look up the bead seat diameter. The bead seat diameter for 26-inch tires is 559 millimeters. Be careful. Don't confuse the pressure range with the ETRTO measurement. pressure ranges will use two numbers separated by a dash. Not all the time, but most of the time they will have two numbers separated by a dash. There are letters to indicate that the numbers are a unit of pressure. The three units of pressure on the sidewall of tires are PSI, bar, and kPa. Depending on the brand or manufacturer, they will list 1 to 3 different types of pressure units. This tire has the common size 27 by 1 1/4 inch. The ETRTO size is 32 by 630 millimeters. According to the common name, the outside diameter of the tire is 27 inches and the width of the inflated tire is 1 1/4 inch. According to the ETRTO size, the width of the tire when it is inflated is 32 millimeters and the bead seat diameter is 630 millimeters. 27-inch tires were made back in the 70s. They are still very common to this day because there are so many bicycles left over from the 70s. The tire has the common name size 700 by 25C. The common name size is measured in millimeters. This is one of the few common name sizes measured in millimeters. Most common name sizes are measured in inches. The letter C was used in the past to indicate width. It is not relevant to indicate the size. Depending on the manufacturer, they will put the letter C before or after the X. These tires are called 700C in the industry. Most mechanics will read the common name as 700C by 25 millimeters, regardless of where the C is. The tire has an outside diameter of 700 millimeters. The width of the tire when it is inflated is 25 millimeters. The ETRTO size tells us that the bead seat diameter is 622 millimeters and the width of the rim is 25 millimeters. The ETRTO size is written correctly. 700C tires are very common on modern road bicycles and cyclocross bicycles. This tire appears to have two common names and an ETRTO size. We know that one of the common names is read as 700C by 25. What is 28X 1.0? It is a 28-inch tire. The size is read as 28-inch by 1. In the past, some manufacturers renamed 700C tires 28-inch. 28-inch tires and 700C tires have the same bead seat diameter, which is 622 millimeters. Some manufacturers will label their tires with the two common names and the ETRTO size. The brands Schwalbe and Kenda label their 700C tires with two common names and the ETRTO size. What are the two numbers separated by a dash? They are not labeled with the letters ETRTO. If we research the bead seat diameter of 700C tires, we will find that 700C tires have a bead seat diameter of 622 millimeters. Therefore, the two numbers separated by a dash are an ETRTO size. This tire is from the brand Kenda. This is another example of a tire with two common names and the ETRTO size. 700C, 28 inch, and the ETRTO size. This tire has only the common name size. It does not have the ETRTO size. The common name size is read as 18 inches by 1.95. 18 inches is the outside diameter of the tire. 1.95 inches is the outside width of the tire when it is inflated. If we research the bead seat diameter of 18-inch tires with a decimal width, we will find that the bead seat diameter is 355 millimeters. This size tire is mainly on children's bicycles. This is a common mistake. There are two different 26-inch tires. As you can see, the tire on the left is a 26-inch by 1.9 tire. It has a bead seat diameter of 559 millimeters. The width of the tire is in a decimal format. The tire on the right is a 26-inch tire by 1 3/8. It has a bead seat diameter of 597 millimeters. It has the width size in a fractional format. This is an older size 26-inch tire. It was made for the brand Schwalbe and is not the same as a modern 26-inch tire. We have two tires. The tire on the left has the common name 27.5 by 2.3. The tire on the right has the common name 27-inch by 1 1/4. They are not the same size. The 27.5-inch tire has a width size in a decimal format. The 27-inch tire has the width size in a fractional format. 27.5-inch tires have a bead seat diameter of 584 millimeters. 27-inch tires have a bead seat diameter of 630 millimeters. They both use a common name size in inches, but are not the same size. The tire on the left has the common name size 700C by 25. The tire on the right has the common name size 27-inch by 1 1/4. These two tires are not the same size. A lot of cyclists will try to install a modern size 700C tire on an older road bicycle that has 27-inch rims. 700C tires are on modern road bicycles. 27-inch rims are larger than 700C rims. A 700C tire will not fit on a 27-inch rim. Vice versa, a 27-inch tire will not fit on a 700C rim. It will be too large for that rim. Do not try to mix the tires and rims. They are not compatible. The tire on the left is 700C by 25. The tire on the right is a 29-inch by 2. The 700C tire has the width size measured in millimeters. The 29-inch tire has the width size measured in inches. The two tires have a different common name, but have the same bead seat diameter. This is a rare exception. The ETRTO sizes will inform us that the bead seat diameter is 622 millimeters for both of the tires, but the widths are different. The 700C tire has a width of 25 millimeters. The 29-inch tire has a width of 52 millimeters. The 700C tire will fit on the 29-inch rim, but will be too narrow and thin. The 29-inch tire will fit on a 700C rim, but will be too wide. There are really wide 700C tires that can be compatible on 29-inch rims. For example, 700C by 45 tires. I would only recommend that someone with a lot of bicycle mechanic experience interchange the two sizes. Some tire manufacturers will list charts that have tire sizes and their compatible rim widths. See the links in the description below for more information and examples. If there is an issue reading the measurements on the tire and rim, you can find the tire diameter size on the rim strip, the common name size. The rim strip protects the inner tube from the rim. The rim strip measurement is not always reliable. Only use the diameter measurement from the rim strip. Do not use the width measurement from the rim strip. That is the width of the rim strip and not the tire size you are supposed to use. The width measurement is in millimeters. Most of the time, the rim strip will have the diameter of the tire size in a common name. The green rim strip is labeled 650B by 24 millimeters. 650B is a common name for a tire size. 650B and 27.5-inch tires are the same size and use the same name. 24 millimeters is the width of the rim strip. The Kenda rim strip is labeled 20 inches by 15 millimeters. 20-inch is a common name, and 15 millimeters is the width of the rim strip. There is no markings to indicate that the diameter is in inches, but the rim that the strip was on was obviously 20 inches. The rim is not labeled with an ETRTO size. Instead, it is labeled with the common name 27 inch by 1 1/4. If a rim is labeled with a common name, then that is the tire size you are supposed to use on the rim. It is common for rims that fit 27-inch tires to be labeled with a common name instead of the ETRTO. 27-inch tires are an older vintage size from the 70s. In the past, they used to label rims for 27-inch tires with the common name size. The rim is not 27 inches in diameter and 1 1/4 inch wide. If a rim is labeled with an ETRTO size, then that is the rim's bead seat diameter and width measured in millimeters. If we research the bead seat diameter of 27-inch tires, we will find that the bead seat diameter is 630 millimeters. The rim also has a bead seat diameter of 630 millimeters. A bicycle tire and rim must have the same bead seat diameter in order to fit together. This rim has an ETRTO size on it. The rim is from the brand Sun Rims, and the model is CR18. If we look above the brand and model, we see 6000 series alloy, 559 by 22.5. The rim has the ETRTO size separated with the letter X. Instead of a dash. The ETRTO size is written incorrectly with the bead seat diameter first and the width second. When a rim has an ETRTO size, the width measurement is the width of the rim and not the tire. The bead seat diameter is 559 millimeters. The rim is compatible with 26-inch tires with decimal widths. 22.5 millimeters is the width of the rim. I measured the inside and outside of the rim with a vernier caliper. The rim labels the outside rim width. Alloy refers to the type of aluminum alloy that is used. The rim is made out of 6000 series aluminum alloy. This is a picture of a vernier caliper measuring the width of the Sun Rim CR18. As you can see, the outside width is 22.5 millimeters. Calipers are cheap and inexpensive. I highly recommend buying one. They are not exactly accurate when measuring less than a millimeter. You will have to round some measurements. The rim has an ETRTO size of 622 millimeters by 14. 622 millimeters is the bead seat diameter, and 14 millimeters is the width of the rim. This rim will fit most 700C tires that have a width of 23 to 28 millimeters. The rim is too narrow for 29-inch tires. I measured the inner rim width and the outer rim width with a vernier caliper. The ETRTO size uses the inner rim width. The inner rim width is more important than the outside rim width, because the inner rim width is important for tire width compatibility. Depending on the manufacturer, a rim's ETRTO measurement will either use the outside rim width or the inner rim width. Use a vernier caliper to confirm the measurement. In this picture, a vernier caliper is measuring the inner rim width. This is how you use a vernier caliper to measure the inner rim width. The vernier caliper is measuring the Alex rim in the picture before. As you can see, it has a measurement of 13.81 millimeters. If we round up to the highest millimeter, it will be 14 millimeters. If you replace a tire, it is good to have a replacement with the same size width. If you replace a tire with a different width size, it is recommended to not use a width size that is significantly different. There is compatibility considerations between tire widths and rim widths. This tire is from the brand Wilderness Trail Bikes, also known as WTB. The company labels the rim width compatibility range on the sidewall of their tires. They have detailed tire rim width compatibility charts on their website. There is a link in the description below. This tire can be used on rims with an inner rim width of 13 millimeters to 17 millimeters. That is the range of inner rim widths that are compatible with this tire. Most tires will not have the compatible inner rim widths labeled on the sidewall. Good manufacturers will have tire and rim width compatibility charts on their websites. There is links in the description below to manufacturers who do so. The organization ETRTO made a tire and rim width chart that recommends manufacturers to follow. Some Continental brand tires will come with instructions. In the instructions, it will have a tire and rim compatibility chart. Here is a guideline I created. This is for tire sizes in inches, tires that have a width size in a decimal format, tire sizes that have a 2.0 or 2-inch width. I will not use a replacement tire that has a width size more or less than a 1/4 inch. For example, there is a bicycle with the tire size 29 inch by 2. I would replace the tire with a 29 inch by 1.75 or a 29 inch by 2.25. I could also replace the tire with a 29 inch by 1.95. I would not replace the tire with a 29 inch by 2.3, a 29 inch by 2.35. I would also not replace the tire with a 29-inch by 1.5. It will be obvious if you choose a tire that is too wide for your bicycle. A tire that is too wide will not be able to fit in between the brakes. It will rub on the brakes and rub on the chain stays. The chain stays are a part of the bicycle frame. Look at the spacing between the bicycle tire and the chain stays. Look at the spacing between the bicycle tire and the brake, not the brake pads, but the actual brake. And you can take a good estimate of whether or not you can go to a bigger bicycle tire size. Take the picture for example. This is a triathlon bicycle. It is obvious that if you go to a larger tire size on this bicycle, it will rub on the frame. But what I did recommend was getting new tires, because you see this is cracking. This is bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna install new tires and new brake pads, because these brake pads are cracking. So we're gonna replace that. I'm gonna replace that. I'll put new tires. It has a 26 by 1.95 tire. I'm gonna put these brand new Continentals on there. These are 1.9 tires. They have a ETRTO size of 50 by 559. 559 is the bead seat diameter, 559 millimeters. Finally, check your tires regularly for wear and tear. After you ride, inspect your tires. Make sure there's no glass, metal, and thorns stuck in your tire. If there is a foreign object stuck in your tire, deflate your tire, put on some safety glasses, and use a pick to remove the objects. If your tires have cracks on the sidewalls, replace them. If the tire material can be rubbed off with your nail, replace it. If the tire bead is ripped off, replace your tires. Tires that are old, worn, and deteriorated are a safety issue. Now that you can successfully identify the size of your bicycle tire, go online and buy some new tires. If you need help installing them, book an appointment with me. Call now or book online through my website. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. This is Frankie, owner of Bosque Mobile Bicycle Repair. Have a good day and enjoy the ride.